Planet Green Trees Show.
We protest properly, we protest legally and peacefully.
We do, but
Yeah.
there are other
I know
individuals that
there's-
are not doing
Sure.
that right now. And
But,
Look,
I believe
attended-
the police are frightened on some level. I really do, and I don't blame them. They burned down the precinct that dude was from in Minneapolis. But I need to say this. I watched the live stream Wednesday night when the protests first began, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. There was a white dude, all in black, dumped a bunch of, what are those flat wooden things that you stack things on? What are they called?
Pallets.
Pallets. Dumped a bunch of pallets in a truck, lined those pallets up on the boundary thing to the precinct, lit it, and left. I saw that. He was a white guy.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning of those protests. So who knows what's happening? And I'm not condoning it.
There was a guy that was
I'm
breaking
just
out the
saying it's a
windows.
real
They
thing.
they caught a guy that was breaking out the windows. At the same time, they were using flash grenades to push the people back, and they realized that the guy was breaking out the windows, putting him back towards the was one of the police
the law
officers. They called him.
enforcers.
Was a cop. Yeah, and two attorneys were busted doing some crazy stuff in another city too. I think what Charmy said though is
Really?
very valid. We're going to see the rapid pace of change come on this issue
Yes.
because of citizen action, which is more facilitated by the presence of cellular telephones, social media networks, and cameras on every damn street corner. It's going to be almost
Yeah.
impossible for police, especially in urban areas, to conceal bad behavior, even if they're not utilizing a body cam because of other things too. But I'll make a prediction, and I know we want to get off the air tonight, so let me just run this real quick. The Michigan Coalition on Law Enforcement Standards, MCOLS, that's where they train police officers in the state to do things that's been tragically underfunded for a long time. They've oftentimes looked to the cannabis industry in order to try and fund this, including with the tax that was on medical marijuana, which was rescinded once we got legalization going. You watch. All of these calls for more police training and education is going to renew an effort to revitalize MCOLS at the expense of the cannabis industry. That's my prediction.
I hope you're right, Rick, but I just would comment that most of the time the law enforcement community goes about addressing major issues that they have by investigating themselves and making their own recommendations without any commentary from outside help, done in a very lacking in transparency way. And most of the time they double down to defend their position. I don't know that any of the training still gets us to the point that they can fail and not be responsible and know that and are saved in courts because of these exceptions that make them a unique animal that's interacting with citizens with guns and the ability to arrest and take away your freedom and kick in your door and shoot your dog without any accountability.
The Planet Green Trees Show.